Hello, my name is Caitlyn Delaney and I'm the president of the Villanova University Wildcat Fund. Unfortunately, we are unable to present to you in person this semester, but we still hope to share some of the experiences we have gained from managing the fund. Instead of our typical presentation, we would like to share with you a video update from some of our portfolio managers about their experiences managing the fund, a written update about the Wildcat Fund, and some of our end-of-the-year research reports on our holdings. Due to the coronavirus outbreak, we would like to highlight our healthcare sector this semester, which represents the O'Donoghue's family's donation to the Wildcat Fund in memory of their son Drew. We hope you all are staying healthy and safe during this time, and we look forward to seeing you on campus again next semester. Go Cats!
Hi, my name is Max Bartuch. I'm a senior, and I'm a portfolio manager for the consumer discretionary and consumer staples sectors.
Hello, my name is Michael Bowen. I'm a junior finance and business analytics major, economics minor, and I am the portfolio manager for the industrial sector.
Hi, my name is Luke Brinkmann, and I'm a junior majoring in finance, economics, and minoring in mathematics, and I'm the portfolio manager for the materials sector.
Hi, my name is Caitlyn Delaney, and I am a junior finance and MIS major, and I am a portfolio manager for the consumer discretionary and consumer staples sectors.
Hi, my name is Liz Ford, and I'm a junior finance and real estate major. I'm the portfolio manager for energy and utilities.
Hello, my name is Henry Goeke, and I'm a junior majoring in finance and business analytics, and I'm currently the PM for the financial sector.
My name is Luke Irons. I'm a senior quantitative finance major, and I cover industrials and materials.
My name is Rohan Parikh. I'm a junior applied quantitative finance major, and I'm the portfolio manager of the information technology sector.
Hi, I'm Mike Stefany. I grew up in Homedale, New Jersey, and I'm currently a junior finance and real estate double major at Villanova. In the Wildcat Fund, I serve as the real estate sector portfolio manager. I'm also in the Student Managed Funds Investment Committee course led by Jerome Heppelman. This summer, I'll be an investment banking summer analyst at Deutsche Bank in New York City.
My name is Andrew Todaro, and I'm from Springfield, Pennsylvania. I'm a junior finance and accounting double major, and I'm the portfolio manager for the communication services sector.
Hello, my name is Joseph Boslego. I'm a specialty retail analyst in the consumer discretionary sector for the Haley Large Cap Fund. I really appreciate the opportunity to manage these funds. It's taught me a whole lot that I hope to leverage in my future career.
Hi, my name is John Bowden, and I'm one of the information technology analysts for the Haley Large Cap Fund, specifically covering technology hardware, storage, and peripherals, as well as semiconductors.
Hi, my name is Theo Ellihausen, and I cover energy for the Haley Large Cap Fund.
Hi, my name is Sasha-Lee Hayward, and I'm the industrial sector analyst for the Haley Large Cap Fund.
Hi, my name is Andrew Howarth, and I cover the communication services sector for the Haley Large Cap Fund.
Hi, my name is Melissa Jenkings, and I am one of the industry analysts for the consumer discretionary sector of the Haley Large Cap Fund. Specifically, I cover the internet and direct marketing retail industry, as well as the textile, apparel, and luxury goods industry.
Hi, my name is Justin Marca, and I cover the IT services sector for the Haley Large Cap Fund.
Hi there. My name is Anthony Micallef, and I manage the capital markets and consumer finance sectors for the Haley Large Cap Fund.
Hi, my name is Kenny Norman, and I cover banks and insurance companies for the Haley Large Cap Fund.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Pellegrino, and I cover healthcare equipment and supplies for the Haley Large Cap Fund.
Hi, my name is Danny Pizatowski, and I'm the healthcare providers and services, as well as one of the consumer staples sector analysts for the Haley Large Cap Fund.
Hello, my name is Adam Reineke, and I cover pharmaceuticals for the Haley Large Cap Fund.
Hello, my name is Grant Sauber, and I cover the real estate, utilities, and materials sectors for the fund.
A stock that significantly outperformed for the tech sector was NVIDIA. It's currently up 25% year to date and is outperforming both the market and semiconductors overall. We bought in because we thought we could get in at a very reasonable valuation and saw a lot of upside, specifically in the growth of AI and their data center segment with their positioning in inference technology. We still see a lot of upside in the name, but we trimmed the position a little bit due to a bloating valuation.
A trade that worked really well for us this semester was Sprint. Sprint was going through a merger with T-Mobile and needed approval from the FCC and the DOJ and the state attorney generals. And from this merger, it would create the third largest telecommunications company in the United States. And from this impending merger, we saw a really cheap entry point into this merger because we really like T-Mobile. However, going through Sprint was a much more efficient and cheap way to get more upside. And when all is said and done and the merger was approved by the FCC and the state attorney generals, we added over 100 basis points in value to the fund overall, and that worked really, really well for us in our favor.
An interesting investment that we made in the real estate portfolio over the past quarter has been Prologis, which is the largest U.S. industrial REIT with a market capitalization of $66 billion. The rapid growth of e-commerce has facilitated the need for last-mile industrial warehouses in close proximity to densely populated urban markets. Prologis had first-mover advantage in the United States and has established a dominant market share, and we believe that there is little to no remaining industrial land that can be developed into these warehouses, and that puts Prologis in a position to push rents per square foot in future contract negotiations with dominant players like Amazon and Walmart. The most recent coronavirus market sell-off has resulted in an opportunity for us to enter Prologis at $67 per share, and since then we've been able to realize a 30% return, and the stock is now trading in the 90+ range, so it's been a top performer in our portfolio.
So Costco is one stock in our portfolio that has performed pretty well for us. Year to date, Costco's share price is up about 10% versus the Russell 1000 index, which is down about 12% over that same time period. Costco is also a defensive company in the consumer staples sector, and defensive companies tend to perform well during market downturns. Also, as the pandemic started to become more prevalent in the US, people started to flock to Costco to stock up on supplies. And this was realized during Costco's most recent earnings release, where they crushed consensus estimates, which also led to an increase in Costco's share price.
American Tower is a communications tower real estate company. The stock has returned over 11% year to date. It's performed well due to the resilience and strengths of its tenants, namely communication companies such as AT&T and Verizon. Investors believe that COVID-19 will increase spending on communications, thereby increasing rents and revenues for American Tower's properties. Given the defensive nature of its revenues, investors have also bid up its multiples.
A stock that performed very poorly during my time in the fund this year was Bowen. And I would say my biggest takeaway from that is to never overlook any negative news, even for such a great company. When the news about the 737 MAX came out, I just assumed Boeing's a great company, they're a leader in an oligopoly, great free cash flow generation, they'll get through this okay. But as this problem persisted and problems with production, the 777X also arose. It really hurt its performance, and going forward, I'll always look to never overlook negative news, even for such a great company.
One stock that performed poorly in the specialty retail sector was Five Below, which dropped over 50% during March. In the future, I'll try to pay more attention to events that could more heavily affect retailers and be more productive in trying to anticipate and react to them.
Just like other US EMP companies, Cimarex performed really poorly in March with the spread of COVID-19 throughout the United States, as well as the shutdown in travel. And through monitoring the situation for the portfolio, I learned to never underestimate momentum or how quickly and sharply these types of events can impact the energy sector. Finally, I just wanted to say thanks for giving us the opportunity to manage the portfolio with real money. I think it made all the lessons that we learned so much more impactful.
A notoriously poor performing stock in the fund was Cinemark. However, with this poor performance came opportunity. It allowed us to come together as a team and decide that we want to hold on to Cinemark because we believe that it could offer us value and better performance in the post-coronavirus environment.
So my favorite speaker throughout the year was Mike Giramoli. He's a senior research analyst at SunTrust. And after following the aerospace and defense industry over the past 4 months, it was a great opportunity for me to ask him some industry-specific questions and to get his perspective on the industry. We had a great discussion talking about Boeing, Air Lease, TransDigm, along with some of their other holdings, and how they're being impacted by the coronavirus. We also talked about his perspective on the industry and what his outlook is for the next couple of months. And that really helped us reposition the industrials portfolio so that we can take advantage of some opportunities as the economy recovers.
While I enjoyed all the speakers that came to talk to our class this semester, I especially enjoyed learning from Rob Main. He was the former head of stewardship at Vanguard and came to talk to our class about ESG investing and how it was transforming the landscape of the asset management industry. What I learned is that, yes, it's important to look at the fundamentals and the numbers, but it's also important to find businesses that are financially sound, that have strong management, promote sustainability, and are honestly looking to do good in society. And incorporating those aspects into my own research was incredibly rewarding.
I think the guest speaker that had the most impact on me was Chris Heisey, the CIO of Bank of America Private Bank in Merrill Lynch. I had the opportunity to listen to him 3 times, and each time I walked away learning more. I particularly liked his bullish attitude and thought his ideas on how the economy could continue to thrive were inspiring. He has also motivated me to work hard throughout my career so that I can similarly give back to my Villanova community.
One of the speakers that I really enjoyed this semester was Chris Heisey, who's the Chief Investment Officer at Merrill Lynch of Bank of America Private Bank. He came to talk to us twice this semester, once early on in February and then again virtually, where he discussed Bank of America's second quarter outlook. When he came to speak to us in February, he really had some fantastic ideas and he really was a great charismatic speaker. One of the ideas that he discussed was a solution to America's debt problem. Obviously, pre-stimulus package, America's national debt was at $22 trillion. And Chris Heisey talked about how America has a surplus of refined natural gas, and in certain states such as New Jersey, they've been burning this gas because they have so much of it. And he said that the reason that we don't export it is because we don't have the facilities. But if we did spend the money to get the facilities and exported this natural gas instead of burning it, and we taxed ourselves on that gas, I think he said about 6%, and then we put away 1% of that tax into a fund, within 6 years we could pay off the national debt. I just thought that was a really creative solution to the problem that we've been having, and I enjoyed his other futuristic ideas.
My favorite speaker from this past year was the Chris Heisey presentation that he gave on campus, and the reason for this was because he was a very knowledgeable and informed presenter, and he gave us a lot of good advice for our own personal investing over the course of our lifetime. And in addition to this, I like the idea of a 50-year bull market.
Earlier this semester, Jerome invited Rob Main, who had spent 20 years at Vanguard, a preeminent expert in the area of sustainability investing, to come speak to our class about this very relevant topic. At the time, Larry Fink had just released his letter to CEOs, in which he discussed a fundamental reshaping of finance tied to sustainability and climate-integrated investing. This was a hot topic at the time and all over the news. Now, this speaker impacted my thinking in terms of providing a clearer framework with which to approach the issue of incorporating sustainability investing into a portfolio. To this date, there is not a clear criteria with which to rate companies, and there's a lot of gray areas that still need to be addressed. Having someone sort through all this confusion and make sense of it all was really great. My main takeaway from Rob's talk, though, was that you can get the same returns while having your values and preferences reflected in your investments. There is no performance give up.
I'm so grateful to have gotten the opportunity to be the consumer portfolio manager for the Wildcat Fund for the past year. Managing money, real money for our school has really taught me, especially in a time like, in the fastest 30% drop in the S&P 500 ever, that, the adage buy low, sell high that we learn in school is a lot easier said than done. And, when you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach like we had on March, the end of March 20th, at the all-time lows, it's real. And, that taught me firsthand of, sometimes, like Charlie Munger says, doing nothing is better than doing something. So, and with the guidance of Steve and Jerome, they helped, keep us calm and really walk us through, what to do in a time like this. So it was invaluable experience.
One of the many lessons I will take away from managing the fund this semester is how to make the hard decision to sell. One of our names, Crocs, was up 22% at the beginning of the semester and was one of the biggest winners in the fund. However, I wanted to wait to lock in the gains until they reported earnings because I still believed there was unrealized growth potential. However, when they reported earnings, they quickly became one of our biggest losers due to weakened results and coronavirus fears. Although I don't have an answer yet on how to make the decision to sell, I reflect back on this invaluable experience every time I go to make a trade.
A major lesson I learned from having the opportunity to manage real assets was how to better understand and interpret management comments and discussions during quarterly earnings calls. Through this class, I followed several different firms through a few consecutive earnings seasons and was able to better understand the type of language and tone that management used during these calls. This familiarity allowed me to have a deeper understanding of the quarterly performance of the firm, and oftentimes my takeaway from listening to the calls could be quite different than the headline that was reported in the media.
One of my major takeaways of managing real money over the past 9 months is that it pays to have quality in the portfolio. One of the biggest things that we learned is that we need to maintain an unbiased opinion towards our positions in the fund, which allows us to more easily evaluate the fundamentals of our companies and add value in the portfolio going forward.
Looking back on my time with the Haley Large Cap Fund, I think the most vital lesson that I've learned that I would be able to use in my future career and life is the overall importance of teamwork and collaboration.
Looking forward, the lessons that I'll be able to apply to both my personal and professional life the most, I think, are how to do proper bottom-up analysis. At this point in my life, I'm very comfortable analyzing a company, looking at financial statements, following the smart money. At this point, I think I've got a really good base to be able to go into asset management and even just be able to pitch my own buy analyses and buy recommendations for my own personal portfolio.
The Portfolio Theory course helped me to improve my skills in investment research through feedback from the instructor and my peers. I was able to pitch multiple stocks over the course of the semester, and it's particularly instructive to be able to be making decisions through the 2020 crisis. I'm pursuing a career in investment research, so this experience in making decisions and doing analysis during turbulent markets was particularly valuable.
Looking forward, I'm going to be so thankful that I was able to be a part of the Wildcat Fund and the Student Managed Funds class during the market volatility due to COVID-19. We were able to learn things that we would normally watch on a PowerPoint or have someone lecture at us by discussing the money we were managing with Jerome, who had managed money during the 2008-2009 crisis, and this was an absolutely invaluable experience. Not only did I learn so much from Jerome, but I learned so much from my classmates and the speakers that Jerome had brought in to help us learn as much as we possibly could during this crazy time. And I will forever be thankful for that. I hope to take all of these lessons that I've learned from Jerome, my classmates, and the speakers and bring them with me when I start my career in sales and trading. Managing money during this market volatility has been the best learning experience I've ever had at Villanova, and I am so thankful for that.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex Behling, co-PM of the Drew O'Donoghue Healthcare Fund. I'm a junior and I'm currently majoring in applied quantitative finance. Aside from generating returns and giving students hands-on experience managing real money, one of the missions of this fund is to invest in companies researching and developing new and exciting technologies in the fight against cancer. We've been working hard this semester to ensure that your money is going to all the right places, and in a few moments, our analysts are going to walk you through some of the companies that we're most excited about. But before that, we want to thank all the donors who have made this possible and express our regret that we can't meet in person this semester. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and without further ado, let's hear from some of our talented analysts.
Hi, my name is Meaghan Latona, and I'm a sophomore in the Villanova School of Business. I joined the Drew Fund because I am passionate about the healthcare industry, and I wanted to invest in stocks with a greater purpose. In my few short months with the fund, I've learned from the hard work of the other analysts, as well as developed a new skill set that will be helpful in my career path. I've enjoyed learning about the healthcare industry, as well as being actively involved in researching trends and events that will impact our portfolio. The fund has allowed me to see how specific companies are making a significant impact on the medical world through advanced technology and treatments, proving their commitment to bettering the lives of many. Thank you for your dedication to the Drew Fund.
I am one of the equipment and supplies analysts in Drew Healthcare Fund. I'm a rising senior quantitative finance major at VSB and an incoming equity research analyst at Stifel Financial Corp in the area of medtech of healthcare. I'd say I joined the Drew Fund because I have this really strong connection to cancer and its effects on my family, and I wanted to do something to give back in addition to using what I've been learning in school and in Equity Society previous to being Wildcat Fund to increase the amount of money that we can put toward cancer. And using the fund's profits is a great way to do that. So that's definitely why I was interested. I've learned a lot since I've joined the fund, but I'd say most recently I pitched a stock called Align, and Alex really taught me a lot with this because everything can change no matter how solid you think your pick is. And Align was one of those flagship companies, leader of its industry in clear aligners, having created Invisalign. And because of the COVID situation and the fact that over 8% of its business was located in China, a good deal of their supply lines and their business, because it was so non-essential, was shut down due to its reliance on dentist's office and that sort of thing. So being open-minded and keeping everything possible in play is definitely something that Alex and Mr. Padavano have taught me during my experience in Drew Healthcare Fund. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Addison Drone. I'm on the fund as an analyst under Addison Services. During my time on the fund, what I've really learned the most is to understand more than just, okay, the market's moving this way or that way, or the stock's up or down. Really understanding why is it moving and what's kind of the main driver behind it, whether that's recent news and an earnings report. Understand that why is something that I've really been able to use this year to kind of adjust for forward-looking kind of our expectations for the fund, both in the short-term growth and in the long-term growth. It's been really cool just to kind of understand and get a clearer picture through my experience on the fund. Thank you for this opportunity.
One of the best performers this semester in healthcare was United Healthcare, the nation's leading provider of managed care services. What really drove their outperformance was a strong earnings report, driven by lowered costs over the course of the year. While you might expect the current pandemic situation to cause costs to rise for managed care providers, generally speaking, respiratory illnesses are a lot cheaper to treat than, say, elective procedures and more advanced surgeries. And while coronavirus patients are taking up the majority of hospital capacity nationwide, we've seen a sharp decline in the number of elective procedures and advanced surgeries. This was a name that we took on mainly just to get exposure to the managed care sector. We're rather bullish on the future of the sector, even with political pressures. But as those have subsided, we're actually even more excited than ever about the future of managed care. But we picked United mainly because of the fundamentals, specifically within the industry. We think that they were well poised to take advantage of a situation like this, and our bet paid off.
Boston Scientific is a company that engages and develops in manufacturing medical devices that are used in a variety of scenarios. We believe in the current marketplace that they are undervalued with a large amount of room to grow in an emerging industry. Coupled with this, they have created groundbreaking new cancer therapy called TheraSphere, which uses small glass balls inserted into a patient that emit localized radiation to kill cancer cells, which will have the potential to be much less invasive and harmful than traditional chemotherapy.
We hold several companies in biotech and pharma that have cancer-specific products, but today I'd like to highlight Amgen. I was initially drawn to their focus on oncology and their strong pipeline. They have several products being sold today and in stage 3 that focus on leukemia, melanoma, myeloma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, as well as many side effects of chemotherapy. And I also saw huge potential with Amgen 510. The American Cancer Society predicted that over 100,000 Americans would die from non-small cell lung cancer in 2019, making this the deadliest malignancy of all. And this is the first KRAS G12C inhibitor to reach the clinical stage in patients. And continued success will be great not only for Amgen, but also for those with these tumors, and has since moved on to phase 2.
One of the best performing stocks in the Drew Donahue Fund this semester was Zoetis. The company is involved in animal health and makes therapies and vaccines for companion animals and livestock. My biggest takeaway from pitching the stock was the importance of having a really firm understanding of a company. We were able to identify a compelling buy opportunity near the 52-week low, and my product due diligence and previous research really helped me to be confident in buying it, even though it was during a period of market sell-offs at the end of March.
As members of the Drew Fund, we've been on quite the roller coaster ride this past year. Between the unprecedented market conditions we've seen in 2020 because of the COVID-19 crisis and the merger of this fund into the broader Wildcat Fund, we've been faced with many challenges. We've viewed these challenges as learning opportunities and opportunities to grow as individuals. We can't thank you enough for making all of this possible. Without you, we wouldn't have this fund, and we wouldn't learn at the level we do. It's quite the privilege to be a part of this fund, and I can say that for all of us. We sincerely thank you again. We hope you're staying well, happy, and healthy during these challenging times. Go Cat.
We would like to take this time to thank our donors for this opportunity. Managing real assets during the current economic condition has been really helpful for us in this learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Melissa Jenkings, and I'm one of the industry analysts for the Haley Large Cap Fund. I would like to take this moment to thank our donor, Mr. Chris Haley, for your investment not only at Villanova University, but also in our education. Me and my classmates have really enjoyed being able to manage real money, and we've been able to apply a lot of what we've learned in other classes in this class. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Haley.